Welcome in to the Heidemann 5. Dusty Litster with you. As always, represented by Heidemann and Associates. And look, as I've been saying the last couple of weeks, if you've thought, I've got a case, someone wronged me along the way, no matter what it is, if it's a bad business transaction, maybe it's a real estate situation, or even just a bad investment. Someone talked you into something that sold you a bad bill of goods, and you thought, you know what, if I could just talk to a lawyer, I might be able to get some help. My friend Justin Heidemann is there for you. He'll give you a free consultation. Let him know that Rewind sent you, and he'll give you a free consultation. Go to www.utah.law to find the office closest to you and also the number. But Justin will absolutely take care of you. Look, this video, every week we're going to try to interview players and that do big things, either big nights or hit big shots, and none of the shots that went in last night were any bigger than Trei Rockhill from Crimson Cliffs. Crimson Cliffs started out this year outstanding basketball. They get into region play, and they lost a couple of games to kick it off. They righted the ship the last night against Desert Hills. It was Trei Rockhill with a game winner as time ran out to give Crimson Cliffs the win, and we got a chance to talk to Trei. Here with Trei Rockhill, the man of the hour from last night. Trei, has it felt different today? Was Thursday morning different at school than it was at Wednesday morning after you hit that shot?
Well, it wasn't really a morning. I haven't slept in a little bit, so I've just been too excited. I haven't been able to sleep at all. It's just been a rush all around. I've been getting messages left and right that I've been replying to, and it's been super exciting. So
Well, you know, you guys were rolling right along in this season, and then you lost to Desert Hills. So going into last night, I mean, obviously it's a big game. You know, all those St. George games are big. Was there a different feel going into last night than maybe the first game?
yeah, there's definitely more energy. We all wanted it way more tonight because we all had a goal of kind of securing that region. And we knew this was a pivotal game, and we knew we had to play defense, take good shots, and just come out with a win tonight in order to take that step closer to getting that region.
I mean, this was a pretty close game. You guys were down 7 at the end of the first. You were up 2 at the half. And, you know, that fourth quarter, they make a run on you a little bit. Can you walk us through what was going through your mind? You guys were up. I mean, you were up, 12 points going in the fourth quarter. And what was happening as they were coming back?
Yeah, it was actually super frustrating. I was talking to Coach Winters about this. That's one of the bad things about having a young team is they're not experienced as much in varsity, and so they kind of make dumb mistakes like that. But it's always something that they can learn from, and it's better to learn young. I mean, we still came out with a win, which is awesome. But those are just little things that we can fix that they know now not to do. So I think it'll really help us going into the Endo region and into state.
All right, let's talk about that last possession, man. Walk us through what happened because, you know, you get a couple of shots well, your team gets a couple of shots at it, but walk us through what you saw and then what happened.
Yeah, so it was actually designed for a back door, and then I'll come off for a ball screen. But I saw that Reggie was hedging super hard on that handoff, so I decided to go back to my right because I really like going into that like left-right shot. And Landek jumped the gun super quick, and I kind of knew that was going to happen, so I crossed over at the end barely, and luckily it just kind of stumbled right into my hands, and I just looked at the clock. It was 1.5 seconds, and so I just got one of those floaters from the right wing, and God threw me a bone.
You know, God threw you a bone, but my gosh, students rush the court at a year that has been so weird, right? No students, all that stuff. Now you're finally get students. What was that moment like for you?
It's one of those things that you always dream about as a kid, and that's what makes putting in all those hours, all those late nights worth it. I mean, that's what I dreamed of my whole life, and for it to happen, and for them to storm the court, and them like beating the crap out of me, pushing me around, like it was never like a better feeling in the world. Like I've never been more in pain, but more happy in my life. So it was awesome.
You know, I asked Mason Landick last week when he scored 50 points in the game, who was more proud, his mom or his dad? So I'm going to ask you the same question. Who was more proud of you and who wouldn't stop talking about it more last night, your mom or your dad?
I honestly would say, well, my mom was more emotional, and my dad probably showed me the video 100 times today, so it's kind of even on that one. We literally just sat in the office today in our office and watched that over and over again, and it was just a blast.
Well, man, I mean, it's a memory to never forget. Let's talk about, let's spin it forward a little bit. How do you bottle up that energy? How do you bottle up that finish to get to Region 9? Because it's not getting easier for you. I mean, you still got Dixie, you've got so many tough teams still in your region. How do you bottle up what happened
Yeah.
last night to where the back end of region is better than the front end?
Yeah, I think it just goes to show our team that like we're capable of hanging with these top teams in region and even in the state. So it was definitely a confidence booster. I mean, it was awesome to make that shot. It was awesome to get a win, but that's not the end goal, and there's still work to be done, and that's what we focused on today. Is last night was awesome. It was great. We celebrated last night, but it's time to get back to work today.
Yeah, what's awesome is you're looking at that box score. You got 5 guys or 6 guys all in double figures. I mean, that's a team effort to get a big win, and but nothing bigger than Trei Rockhill rocking it for the win. But congratulations, Trey, on that moment, man. Soak it in, and we thank you for jumping on the rewind with us.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know, what we've missed in the last nearly a year are the moments that you saw last night. I know some people I saw that were frustrated with it and talking about Stuart Corming and things like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just so awesome to see some normalcy, more than just games on the floor, but seeing the students being there and the passion, the excitement. It's a rivalry game. Those are 2 new schools in the St. George area. And Trey knocks that down, and he talks about it was a moment he'd waited for his whole life. It's something he'd always dreamed about. To see that come to fruition is just so awesome. Congratulations to Trey. So glad we're able to have him join us. It was an absolute blast, and best of luck to Crimson Cliffs throughout the rest of the year. We've got other interviews that come up from performances this week or big shots. When you hit a big shot or have a big night, expect a message or a text or something from me. Try to set up a time to talk with you right here on the Heidemann 5 on Rewind. For Vince Francis and Trei Rockhill, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and watching Heidemann 5 on the Rewind.